What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. It's very sunny today. Very, very sunny. It's crazy. It's supposed to be cold, but today is very sunny. Let me remove these glasses. I look funny with the glasses. Okay, the glasses, you put them on, sometimes makes you look smarter, right? It's just crazy. So I hope you're doing great. I'm very appreciative of you being here. Thank you so much for being part of this. I appreciate you. I see you from South Africa, from Kenya, Nigeria, Jamaica, yes, Caribbeans. I know you are here. America, UK, all over the place. Namibia, Tanzania. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for being part of this. If this is your first time, please feel free to join us so we can make this bigger and make our voice heard. Again, this is not my show. It's our show. We try to think together so we can become better. So once I make a video, you see something interesting, please make a comment. We'd like to read from you. We'd like to know how you feel about the situation. It's not just about me. It's about all of us so we can all grow and learn. Thank you very much for that. So today we're talking about BRICS. You know what BRICS is? BRICS is the group of developing countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, that has positioned itself very strongly currently in the affairs of the world in order to fight the hegemony of the Western countries. This is necessary, fellas, okay? We've lived for centuries dominated by these countries. You know what it is. We know what England has done to the world. Not the nicest things, okay? All these other countries, we're not going to name Spain, Portugal, but they came with all the mentality of taking people from wherever they were to new lands so they can go work. Yeah. So this has perpetuated for many, many years, for many, many centuries. But right now, we have a different group of people that are coming together to try to form a group of force of countries so they can balance the power of the world. So the BRICS group of developing countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has positioned itself as an alternative to the Western dominance of global order. So basically what's happening right now is many countries are looking to join BRICS. Yes, they say over 40 people, 40 different countries have come forward looking to join the BRICS. Very interesting, isn't it? So they say, BRICS officially say that the spirit has sparked the interest of over 40 countries in joining as the bloc gears up for a summit in August. Interesting. So 40 countries are looking to join the BRICS group as BRICS is getting ready to do a summit in August in South Africa. So current BRICS chair South Africa is hosting a 3-day meeting in Johannesburg next month and says BRICS expansion will be high on the agenda. So obviously the goal right now is to grow BRICS, to make it much bigger than it was in the past. Argentina, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Emirates Arab are among the countries that are looking to join South African BRICS ambassador. Very interesting, fellas. Let's get back to the point, okay? Why was BRICS created? It's very simple. We're going to make it very, very simple. We're not going to get into the details, but very, very simple. Okay, very simple way. Countries of Europe or Western countries, okay, they are a group of people. They understand each other. They like one another. After fighting for many, many centuries, they decided to like each other. So now, because they liked each other, they came into an agreement to go dominate the world. They went all over the world, from India to Tunisia, Algeria, Congo, all over the place, even America, before the actual America that you see today came along. They went and tried to dominate, okay? Many people, unfortunately, very sad situation. But today it justifies, you know what, forget about it. But at the base, they went looking for territories to dominate, to rule, okay, to take, to steal, that's what it is. They took human beings from wherever they were, took them to the Caribbean so they could work as, I'm not going to say the word because, we're being censored there, fellas. After World War, these countries had what they call NATO. NATO is countries coming together, Western countries, supposedly defending each other, defending one another against intruders, meaning defending one another against countries that are coming from other places to come and try, destroy Europe. But unfortunately, NATO has not been a defensive force, if you look at it. In many instances where they were in action, it was not necessarily defense, it was offense. Iraq was not necessarily defense, okay? Saddam Hussein did nothing to nobody. Many other instances. Then they created this economic group, the G7, where they were supposed to be the best in the world with economy, with, commerce and stuff like that. Now, they also created the SWIFT system. The SWIFT system is a system that allows you to send money to your brother in your country, for instance, via online application. That's as simple as that. The SWIFT system allows you to do a transaction from one country to another. It has to go through processing power of the SWIFT. Okay, this is how businesses transact. This is how countries commerce. This is how countries exchange and buy. Now, this sounded very beautiful until something happened. Whenever a country does something that the people of the West do not like, they kick him off SWIFT. meaning they kick him off the system of transactions. And every time they want to put pressure on you, they give you the impression that they're going to kick you out of the SWIFT system. If you're kicked out of the SWIFT system, what happens? You're unable to commerce, you're unable to buy things, you're unable to exchange things, you're unable to live, because SWIFT system is being established as the system that allows countries to exchange money to buy goods and services. Are we together? Because the threat has reoccurred so many times against China, against Russia, and many other countries. Finally, they said, you know what? I think we're going to create our own things. Okay? We are being threatened all the time. Whenever we make choices that are our own, that's beneficial to us, they are threatening us to kick us off SWIFT. So what do? I mean, put it this way. Okay? You live at somebody's house. Every time you take water from the fridge or a piece of bread, you go, dude, I'm going to kick you out of my house. You live at somebody's house. You come a little bit late. I mean, like 7 or 8 p.m. at night. He says, no, in my house, you have to be at 6 p.m. and you're an adult. What do? You begin to find alternative of whenever you get to be kicked out of the house, where you're going to go, right? That's exactly what happened. So the Russians and the Chinese and many other countries decided, you know what? We're going to create our alternative way of living, because if these people are going to kick us out and sanction us every time we say something we believe, then I don't think this is the right way to live. Okay, so they came up with BRICS, which is, like we said, Brazil, Russia, China, India, and South Africa coming together as economies of the world to try help each other. Whenever you sanction one of them, it doesn't matter anymore because they can work with each other. They don't need to go through your processing powers anymore. Remember what happened to Russia when Russia went to war. Many of Russia's assets were sanctioned. They blocked many companies, many shops, many McDonald's blocked, KFC blocked, many things like H&M, many companies were blocked in Russia. Now, had Russia not had an alternative way of living, Russia would be on the ground. Because remember, they said Russia will be on the ground. Russia will struggle and it will be asphyxiated very soon. But fortunately for the Russians, because they had alternative way, that's why they survived. So why are so many countries looking to join BRICS now? Do you have an idea? Please pause the video and write your own response. I'd like to see that. Pause now and write your own response. The reason why many countries are looking to join BRICS is because they are fed up. They are fed up being told how to live their lives. They are fed up being impressed, being sanctioned, being pressed for decisions. They are fed up being told, if you do not do this, you're not one of us. If you're not one of us, we're going to do everything we can to press you down and asphyxiate your economy. They are fed up to being told, okay, in order for you to get such amount of money, you need to change your home policies to uniform our policy. They are fed up to being told, well, if you want us to support you and send you money and send you investors, then you need to change A, B, C, D, and E. They don't want to have referees in your own life, right? If you have a house, do you want referees in your house? Do you want somebody to come and tell you how you're going to run your house? No, you don't want. Nobody likes that. And that is the reason why many countries want to join BRICS, because they feel they can get the advantages without necessarily having somebody to tell them how to live their lives. So they say Argentina, Iran, Saudi Arabia, United Emirates Arab are among the countries looking to join BRICS. Now, there's something very interesting. We see Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a very good friend of America. Okay, let's get back to history. In the 1960s and 1970s, the United States sent a delegation to go to Saudi Arabia and have a negotiation because Saudi Arabia was producing petrol, oil in the world. They said, okay, let's discuss. Okay, you are scared of Iran. At the time, Saudi Arabia and Iran had issues. They did not like each other. The US said, because you're scared of Iran, we can provide you protection. We can provide you guns. We can give you military to be standby here to protect you against Iran. However, we want from you to sell your oil exclusively in dollars. By selling your oil exclusively in dollars, you give us the power we need and we give you the protection you need. That was the agreement they had. So Saudi Arabia was afraid of Iran and needed America to protect them so they could be safe. And by doing that, it gave the US dollar the power that it has today. Yes, that's the reason why the US dollar is so powerful. It's called the petrodollar, meaning if you want to buy oil in Saudi Arabia, you have to exchange your money from your local currency to the US dollars so you can purchase. If you're Russian, you have to exchange your ruble to dollar so you can purchase. Now, this has changed completely because China has done something. What has China done? China went beyond the United States, calling Iran and Saudi Arabia, sitting them together and discussing and finding a solution to their problem. Now, Saudi Arabia and Iran do not have any problem anymore. Remember, the reason why the dollar was powerful is because the dollar was linked to the oil. And the reason why it was linked to the oil is because Saudi Arabia was scared of Iran. Now China has come and has changed everything because China has brought together Saudi Arabia and Iran. Now Saudi Arabia does not necessarily need the United States of America anymore because they're not afraid of Iran anymore. So these are one of the many reasons why people are looking to go elsewhere, looking for equality, looking for respect. So 40 countries have expressed themselves. They have expressed their needs to join the BRICS. So they say 22 countries have formally approached BRICS countries to become full members. 22 countries. Unbelievable. There is an equal number of countries that have been informally asking about becoming BRICS member. So 20 other countries have been asking for informally, like, hey, how can we join? We also want to be part of that, but hey, don't say it loud because the big brothers over there are going to hate us. Yeah. BRICS is seen as a powerful force. Measured by purchasing power parity, it now accounts for 31.7% of global GDP. 31.7%. That's big. And having overtaken the G7, they have now overtaken the G7, a forum of advanced democracy, including the United States. So the BRICS is much bigger. Influence of the BRICS is much bigger than the G7 now. Okay, so basically, fellas, we have a group of people that have ruled for many, many years. And now we have an emerging group. Why? Because the group that have ruled for many, many years have been pushing, pulling, threatening, all these other people. This is what happens very often, I think, usually in classes with the bullies, right? When the bully threatens everybody, it gets to a point where people are not afraid anymore. They actually get fed up. You know what? We're going to find a solution for you. They're going to jump the bully. And this is exactly what has happened. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure to have you. I really appreciate you guys. Let me know how you feel. We want to read from you. We want to learn from you. Thank you very much. If there's anything that I haven't said, please mention it. God bless.